What happened to the moon during its first billion years, a period erased on Earth? How do the Earth and moon differ in overall composition? By visiting Fra Mauro, we hope to sample the very bedrock of the moon, material very different from that so far collected, material perhaps dating back to the beginning of the solar system.
How can you think of the soil being 4.5 billion years old when igneous rocks which presumably underlie it are only 3.5 or 3.7 billion years old?
Everything went smoothly during Earth orbit and for the burn that sent Apollo 14 toward the moon. Then Stuart Roosa moved the command module Kitty Hawk to a docking with the lunar module Antares, still attached to the third stage of the booster.
And we docked. We're unable to get a capture.
Twice they tried. 3 times.
Okay, Houston, I hit it pretty good and held 4 seconds on contact, and we did not latch.
Roger. We're seeing it all on TV here.
Well, we better back off here and think about this one, Houston.
As the astronauts waited, an identical docking probe was brought into mission control. This probe on the command module fits into a funnel-like device on the lunar module called the drogue. Tiny catches on the probe's point engage the drogue. It was these capture latches that were not holding.
Place up here.
As Apollo 14 was on its first orbit, the third stage of the booster smashed into the moon at its planned target point. Its impact picked up by the seismometer left by Apollo 12. The structure of the moon's interior is one of the major mysteries of lunar science. But as they checked out the lunar module, a problem appeared. An erroneous abort was being signaled on board Antares and in mission control. Should this occur during the landing burn, Antares would abort automatically, and the landing would be off.
Surface, and it's been a long way, but we're here.
4 minutes later, he was joined by Ed Mitchell.
The last one is a long one.
Following the tradition of 2 previous missions, Shepard and Mitchell planted the flag in the lunar soil.
Factors in lunar exploration is mobility. In Apollo 14, we had the MAT, which let us move further afield than the previous 2 missions. In future missions, we'll use the lunar rover, a sort of moon-going dune buggy. This mobility will mean less time spent in getting from here to there and more time collecting scientific data.
Okay, I'm going to stop here and rest for a minute now. This darn thing's heavier than I expected.
Shepard pulled the Met while Mitchell carried the barbell-shaped package containing an automatic scientific station they would assemble. A station designed to continue broadcasting data to Earth for a year after men departed Fra Mauro. 3 experiments to measure charged particles near the lunar surface. An independent experiment to reflect laser beams from Earth, enabling extremely precise measurements of such things as Earth-to-moon distance, the wobble of the Earth's axis, continental drift, and shifts of the Earth's crust. And a mortar to be fired by a signal from Earth sometime within the next year. The impact of its charges would be picked up by Apollo 14's seismometer. At the first stop on the trip to Cone, here they would collect and document samples, measure the local magnetic field, and take core tube samples from beneath the surface layer.
This is a good place for A. They have an appearance here quite often like raindrops